Hello and welcome to the first episode of the DaCrib podcast. I'm here joined by myself, Marcos, and then everyone else. Introduce yourself, guys.
My name is Alex.
I'm Red.
Javier.
I'm Anna.
All right. By the way, this first episode probably not gonna be that long, probably like 10, 20-minute episode. But a lot of people will come and go during this podcast, so not that many people. The next episode we don't know yet. So yeah, should we get straight into topics?
Go ahead, bro.
Let's go.
So let's talk about the things you guys believed in when you were a kid, like childhood beliefs.
This is interesting. This is really
It's like just like crazy or dumb, like just dumb shit that you just.
I was gonna say, are we allowed to like bring up like those old holiday beliefs? But that'd be like
Yeah.
That's pretty
Sure, go for it.
It's talking about like Chris. I think it's like It took me a pretty long time to realize that Santa wasn't real. Like I think most kids they like stop believing in Santa like maybe what like 8 to 9 years old maybe. I was probably like 11 or 12 until I kind of realized the whole Santa thing was not that good. Yeah, it's really funny, but it took me such a long time because my parents were like, they pretty much convinced me. Like, really convinced me. They did a good job at it.
I think when I was a kid, I just thought he was really. But then like I think like when I turned like later, like I think like 10, I think you just stopped believing. To be honest.
Okay.
You know
My
what?
parents. My parents
Go
like. My parents, when I was like 5, they were like, "Yeah, we're." Like when I was 5, like in kindergarten, it was so heartbreaking.
They just flat out just told you.
Yeah, they were. No, I saw them. I
Oh,
saw
really?
them. They weren't even being sneaky about it. Like the cookies would never be gone, and the milk was always there. And I was like, why Santa visiting all my other friends except for me?
Man, Santa was written for me at the age of 6. I found the DS under my bed. And then like like a week later, like, oh, Santa gave you DS. And the cookies were gone. I'm like, bro, what?
I think when I was a kid, I honestly thought like it was so branded. I don't know why. Like to this day, I still question it. When I was a kid, I didn't think I couldn't die because my mom, when I would get sick, I would get like not really sick, but I would get like a little bit sick, and my mom would be like, "Oh, you would have this sickness or whatever." Like she would say like I would have like something like bad, and I would be like, "Oh, really?" And she's like, "Yeah, you almost could have died." And I was like when I was growing up, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I guess I can't die or something. But I didn't take it to like the edge of like, oh yeah, let me just try to like jump off a building or something. I was just like, oh okay, that's cool, I can't die. But then I was like, okay, when I grew up, I was like, yeah, it's kind of dumb. Who would just believe like, oh, that someone just can't die? It's dumb.
You just grew up thinking you're built different.
Yeah,
If you survived all of
dude, I
that.
can't die. Right? Let's
Built
go.
different.
Let's talk about the Tooth Fairy, bro. The
The
Tooth
Tooth
Fairy
Fairy.
always tripped me out, bro. So when I was young, we always lost like teeth and shit.
Yeah.
So I would always put them underneath my pillow because that's how you're supposed to do. But then the next day, you find $1 or something. But I would always question because I thought Tooth Fairy was real, but no, it was my parents. I would always question how do they get under my pillow without waking me up?
I'm
And
not
wow,
saying,
they do.
like how?
Like,
Okay,
If-
How much money did the Tooth Fairy leave you guys though?
a
It was
$1.
usually no. I would usually either get $1, or if I was good, like when I was a kid, I would get $5.
You were good.
Bro,
Yeah.
my
I got
parents
money.
would make
I
me.
used to get
What?
Not 20 for
$20.
Yeah, my parents gave me 20s when I was
20
younger.
loonies.
Well,
What?
Oh, fuck you.
My parents actually never made me believe in the Tooth Fairy. As soon as like we were in the all in the bathroom together, right, just to get the blood and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like they never made me believe it. As soon as I pulled out the tooth, or actually they would bribe me to pull out the tooth by giving me money.
Dude, I was so dumb as a kid. Like when like my tooth was like loose, my dad would be like, "Hey, let me look at it. Like I'm not gonna like pull it or anything." I'm like, "Okay, he's just gonna look at it." He's like looking at it, and then a second later he pulls it out, and I just start crying. I'm like, "You said you weren't gonna pull it out."
Right.
He's like, "But it's
What
out
the-
already."
Yeah.
He's like,
Done.
"I mean, you're right."
What
What?
the?
I fell for that like 3 fucking times. I was so dumb.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ,
The
dude.
thing that's funny is that you think like with my parents, they made me believe in Christmas so much. You think they'd make me believe in the Tooth Fairy too, but it was actually the complete opposite. I can't remember an instance where they would like mention Tooth Fairy. It'd always be me saying my tooth is super loose, and then I'd try pulling it out, and then it'd be too much for me. So my dad would like literally just yank it out. He'd be like, "Okay, hold still," like pull it out, and then like I'd spend like 5 minutes in the bathroom just trying to like wash out all the blood. I don't even think they'd give me money. They'd just be
Dude,
like,
that's-
"Okay, your teeth are
that's
falling out.
crazy,
You'll get
dude.
adult teeth. That's pretty good."
No,
Dude, when I
but
was a
wouldn't they
kid-
normally like tie string to it and then just
No.
like
I don't even,
I
I don't
had
even
one.
remember my
I did that once.
No.
Wait, why is everyone's the same? When I was a kid, I would like when my teeth were like loose, I would get home and I would just rip that shit out by myself.
Yeah, I never
Why?
wanted my parents to try pulling it out. I'd always
remember-
like try to do it
My
myself.
grandma and grandpa, they used to take me home and like they used to pick me up and take me home.
Okay,
So when I was
I'm
young, I would
gonna
just
say
take it
something
out.
like so dumb. So our school nurse, like if like during elementary, if your tooth like fell, no, during school they give you like a little treasure chest, like put it in. So
Yeah.
my dumbass like waited like a whole like so it was like loose like on a Friday, and I waited the whole weekend just to get back at school on Monday and take it out myself like in pain. Like I'm pretty sure it wasn't even ready to come out. And then I was like, "Miss, I'm bleeding. Can I go to the nurse?" And they got a treasure chest. I felt like the shit because I got a sticker. Nobody else had a sticker but me.
I feel like I only remember getting that like twice, and it was both like during maybe 4th or 5th grade. This is like super young when it happened, but I remember it was cool as
This
shit.
man was like, bro, let me go through the pain just to get a sticker.
I was in the bathroom like, can I use the restroom? And then I was like pulling it. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was like still connected to my gums, bro. I was bleeding so much, but
Oh
hey,
my
at least I
God.
got the treasure chest. Not mad.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
that's all
remember
that matters.
I only ever got like 2 of those, but I remember like immediately getting home, pulling out the tooth, and just using the little treasure chest, right, and playing with them, like putting my Legos together, and putting shit in there, you know.
What?
Like,
Hold on.
no. I know it sounds stupid. I would use those while I would play with my Lego. Like obviously take out the tooth and shit, but I would use the little treasure chest while I would play with my
Dude,
Lego.
I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure I still have my treasure chest somewhere.
Yeah, I still have them. But there's
I
no
never
tooth,
gave
obviously.
that
There's
tooth
no
to the
tooth in
tooth
that
fairy for money because I
Yeah,
thought it was
all
so
the
cool.
teeth are not in there anymore because they're all $5 now.
I think it was up until like I was like 10 years old, and my mom just decided to like throw the teeth out at that point. Like she kept like a collection of them. There was probably like 4 or 5 that she had, like just tied up in like a little napkin, like a cabinet or something. But I mean, I never really got to that point where I just
How
stopped by
old-
them.
Sorry.
It's just-
I was just wondering,
no, that's fine.
how old were you guys when you lost your like last tooth? Because I was like 14 when I lost my last baby tooth.
Bro, I was like
I
10.
actually don't remember.
I don't
I
know.
think
I
I was like
honestly
10.
don't know.
I want to say it was 13.
Hmm.
No,
I'd want to say maybe 11.
Dude, you
or
guys still
12.
know people with like silver teeth?
So
Oh,
Yeah, dude, I used to think people with like silver and gold teeth were their shit. I thought that was so cool. And then I was looking at my teeth like, bro, why is it my teeth like that? Their teeth look so cool.
I used to
I
love
thought they were
those
gangsters.
silver teeth.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, my mom would always tell me that.
Alex, you know Isaac still had silver teeth?
Really? Dude,
Yeah,
that's
he
cool.
does.
That's
He
cool.
does.
I actually think that was the fucking shit when I was younger.
I remember he told me he was eating ice cream. We were in an Xbox party and he was eating ice cream and his tooth just fell out, literally. Like deadass just came out and he's like, dude, my tooth just came out. I was eating ice cream.
Huh. Yeah, but what was the deal with silver teeth? Was it like would they have to like drill a hole in your tooth and then put it there, or was it kind of like a?
It was,
I think
it's 'cause you got a cavity.
hold up. I
Yeah.
actually
No, it's
had
a
like
cavity.
2 as a child, and like they made me super embarrassed. If I would have known that Alex thought they were so cool, I would have fucking shelled them off. But it happens when you get a cavity. What they do is they kind of drill a hole in your tooth, but then they fill it up, and just so it doesn't get a cavity again, then they put the crown on top. That's what the silver teeth are called.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I just searched it up. It says that like stainless steel crowns are like they're stronger and more durable than large fillings, so
Yeah.
they're ideal for molars. But then it says not a good choice for front teeth because they're silver. But like honestly, at that point, you might as well just send it. If you already have like a messed up tooth, you might as well just get silver tooth and
Yeah.
show it now.
Wait,
mean-
since we're talking about like being young, if we're talking about like growing up, I'm gonna be honest, growing up, I was scared of everything. Like I was a little scaredy cat. Yeah, like I would not watch a horror movie, nothing. Like, cause I was scared. Like I'd be like at night just by myself, like looking at like the ceiling, and I don't want to look anywhere because how scared I was. No, I didn't grow out of that phase
Oh,
till I was like 10, bro.
Me and my dad used to love watching like old like Chucky movies and Friday.
Dude, I remember I watched like a Chucky movie when I was like 7, and like I had nightmares for like the whole month. I couldn't
I used to
sleep.
think they were funny. I used to think they were funny. Like not the people getting killed, obviously, but like just like seeing the doll. Just seeing
Nah,
the
bro,
doll
I
being
was
really
so
funny.
scared. Like, but now like since I've like grown up, like I don't give a shit about anything.
You don't really watch movies.
Yeah, I hate watching movies. I can't sit down and just watch a
What
movie.
was the last movie you guys like ever like and like watched with other people?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian
Nice.
Rhapsody.
She got crazy.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. I think I watched it.
I watched Super Bad with what's it called?
Ah,
One of my
Superbad.
friends. Yeah.
I
Great
watched-
movie.
I
Wow.
watched The Secret World of already.
I think I've watched that. What's the one? What's that one about again?
It's like a Studio Ghibli movie about like a little human, and she like meets this like human.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
like an elf,
actually.
kinda.
Oh, I think I might know. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's
What about
Studio
you,
Ghibli.
Holly?
It's so pretty.
Oh.
Ow!
Oh well, what was that?
Her cat just attacked her.
How
Yeah,
did
oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Nice.
How did you
Because
know?
me and Iko are best friends. I don't
I'm
know
trying to
anything.
think. I think the last movie I watched is like with a friend that I can remember is I watched It Chapter 2 in the theater with one of my friends. I think she was so scared. It was kind of funny, but this is like maybe a year ago, so
I thought that
I
movie
wasn't too
was
scared of it.
alright.
It was
A year ago.
pretty funny. I can't remember how long ago that movie came out, but it was pretty recent.
Isn't it like 2018?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that came out that year.
I'll search it up now.
Did you know
It
that you
Chapter
can book a movie theater? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
An entire
able
one.
to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you've been
Oh,
able
Dude,
to.
I want
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
was
Just
a
play
big
Mario
fan.
Kart. That sounds.
Who has that many
really fun.
friends though?
You're right.
Yeah, no.
We just in a Discord call. We don't got friends.
It's true.
Okay, I have like 4
Who?
on like
Yeah.
real life friends. Is that?
You guys have any paranormal or like alien kind of stories?
Hey,
Either like
Oh, no.
Yo, okay, I'm okay. For the longest time, for probably like 3 years, I thought that my house was haunted, and I have reasons.
All right, before
I'm-
Anna, what's it called? I'll go next after Anna after her stories, but I have a bunch of good ones. That are,
Oh, then
Wait,
you can
Anna,
go
we
right
go-
ahead.
you want me to go
No,
first?
Anna.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, when my brother still used to live in the basement where I live now, he had this old PlayStation, and it would be in his room, and he told me that like it would randomly start turning on, like he would just be sleeping, and he would just like hear it go off like out of nowhere, and I didn't believe him. So then eventually he moved out, and then I got the PS3, and it was in my room. And a couple days go by, and I'm laying down in my bed on my phone, and it just turns on by itself. Literally, just turns on by itself.
Wait, was it like quiet, like you could barely hear it, or was it like those memes where it sounded like a literal jet engine exploding?
No,
Like
it wasn't
a-
like a loud one. It was just like a regular, like
It's like a worry noise, like
working.
just enough so you notice it.
I guess. I mean, it didn't sound like bad. It sounded still good. It's not that old.
It's kind of creepy if it'd be like super quiet, because then I feel like if something like super quiet and you barely notice it, it kind of like freaks you out, right? But then
Yeah.
once you notice it, like you can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like at least if it's like super loud, it just turns like more annoying than creepy. But it's like always like quieter is way scarier for me than super loud.
Yeah. And then what's it called? With alien stories and stuff like that, I don't know. I used to watch it like
The real question is, do you believe in aliens?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
I used
Yes.
to when I was a kid, yeah.
I still do.
No, y'all. Okay, listen. The universe is so big. Like, when you think there's no way that there's no other living life
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
with
that's
intelligence
right.
out there. You know?
I mean, I don't mean to get like such a broad, expansive topic like on our first episode, but
Yeah.
like at the same time, I'm kind of in the middle because of the fact that yeah, I want to believe that there are more out there than just us, but at the same time, the chances of us being actually like a civilized, like a working planet with actual life were extremely low,
Mhm.
and for it to happen a second time, like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, but like they would be okay. Don't laugh when I say this, but they would be built different. Like
Oh
they
man, yeah.
wouldn't. What if they wouldn't suffice on like oxygen and the stuff that we need? You know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, if it's like Venus or something like that, where it's just like pure chemical
Well,
gas
I
and
don't think it's in
Yeah.
our solar system. I think it's on a totally different galaxy. But like, you know,
who knows?
Have
I'd
you
give
guys
it like
ever
maybe
watched,
5 or 6 years.
like the show Lost Tapes? Have you ever seen that
Lost
like
Tapes?
show?
no.
I don't
It was
Never
know.
even
this
heard of
old
it.
show. It was like it used to be like this kind of like a series thing where they were like they would make these like old like kind of like vintage videos that like would like show like mythical creatures and shit like the Bigfoot and like stuff like that, and it would like they would make them into like a series, and it would be like these little movies in this like series. It was pretty cool. I used to watch them with my dad. Or like have you seen like the shows on like the History Channel of like the Southern men like going out in like the wilderness like trying to hunt for like
Oh yeah, yeah.
monsters?
Uh-huh. I've seen that.
I don't mean to sound rude, but like, how many times do you like say like?
Have I said it a bunch?
Yeah, you gotta.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't
yeah,
know. Yeah.
but no, that does bring it's.
Yeah.
Okay, on the topic of like ghosts, have you guys ever felt like someone was following you?
Yeah.
But
Like-
then you turn around. Okay, it always happens to me in the shower. I always feel like someone's
What?
watching me, and then I'm just like, I can't turn around, but I have to.
I only feel that
And
when I
then
have like
check.
when there's like a clear shower, like if it's a clear door, like in
Hmm.
the hotel I was in.
Honestly, same. Every time I like, kind of not always in the shower, but every time I go into a bathroom, I have to like pull back the shower curtains just because what if there is something there? It's like it's become a habit. Every time I walk into a bathroom, I have to pull back the shower curtain.
I'll only do
Okay.
that if I watch like a scary video and then
Really?
I'm just
Okay,
I'm just
when I
like,
was
I gotta do that. I have to.
You just
No way.
after watching Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, not that.
oh my
Like
god,
like
oh
top
my
five
god.
top five scary videos. So like I gotta do that. I have to.
Okay, when you guys were little, did you guys ever watch those like top 10 scariest things in a
Definitely.
hotel?
I would
Have
just
you
search up
watched
scary
it?
videos. I would search up
Yeah.
scary videos and watch them.
I used to watch it up until like I was maybe 11 or 12, and then the most recent videos I've watched like that were probably those BuzzFeed Unsolved Mysteries. Like
Those are
those are actually
good.
they're
Oh,
actually
yeah.
interesting.
I was
Those
interested
are
in the
good.
Zodiac thing. I actually researched a bit
Oh,
on it.
oh my god. Have you guys watched the Zodiac Killer, like the movie on Netflix?
Yeah,
It's
I actually like that
so
one.
good.
I like that
Is
movie.
it, how long is it?
It's
It's a
2
pretty
hours.
long movie.
I think is it 2 hours, right?
It's around 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
was
could
a really
never.
good movie.
I'll watch 20 minutes and then give up. Honestly.
Okay,
I really
normally I
enjoyed
would
it.
just not watch movies, but that movie's worth it. Like
Yeah, that
afterwards,
movie is
you're
really
just
good.
like, fuck.
You know what's
Okay.
worth it?
What?
One Piece. God.
Let's not get
One
into
Piece
anime.
is totally worth your
Oh
time.
god.
Next episode we'll get into animes and stuff like
I
that.
should skip like 2 episodes at that point if you talk about One Piece. That'd actually be so long. Like,
But on the
I'll even
topic-
watch it. I just know it's just way too long. It's like what
Okay,
1,000
I-
episodes something.
Like,
On
I feel like One Piece and those kind of animes that are so long, there's only so much there's only so much conflicts you could use in a TV show, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Nah.
It's kind of like
Grey's
Grey's
repeating.
Anatomy.
Yeah, it's
How
it's
every
until
single
you
time it
repeat.
gets boring, they kill
Yeah.
someone off.
What?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
Have
I've
you
never
guys-
watched Grey's Anatomy.
and it's got a
no,
point
neither
where
have I.
like you can only have
Yeah.
so many of the same conflict and just replace it. Like there are only so many
Characters.
conflicts that can happen, but and like what I think One Piece does is just kind of replace the characters every once in a while
No.
to create.
The
Or
creator of
not
One
One
Piece doesn't want to kill off any like characters.
not One Piece specifically, but other TV shows, when there are only so many conflicts that can go on, you either have to add new characters or replace them.
I really don't understand how like people can make shows like that long. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, people were disappointed with Evangelion not being that long, but I really liked Evangelion. I thought it was good anime.
And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people just get attached to shows like One Piece, and that's the only reason they keep watching it.
Yeah.
nah, it's
You know
just
what I
good.
mean?
It's just good.
I don't really
Okay.
take people's recommendations of shows like anime stuff like that, but if I'll like see a trailer for it or something, I'll just like take a peek at it and be like, I like it. Like I did with Berserk. I watched like a trailer thing for it, and I was like, oh, I really like
Wait,
this.
it's an anime?
Yeah, it's an
I thought
anime.
it was just a manga.
Yeah, it's a manga and anime. Like it goes on the anime and the manga, but it
What?
continues on the show and the manga.
That's insane! I'm gonna watch that now. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
it's really good.
See, I don't watch too much anime because they tend to be like way longer than most shows. You see, if I watch a show and it has like a ton of episodes, like in the hundreds maybe, then it'd be like one of those shows where it's kind of like say like Great British Baking Show. Like I haven't watched it in a while, but I
Mhm.
know it's one of those shows I could literally click on any episode, any season. I could just watch for like 50 minutes. I don't have to worry about like any like not like
I'll only do
anything
that
like
if
that. I have
I'm
to worry
really
about the
invested with
characters.
the show.
Yeah. And
Like
I
so,
that.
okay, that's why I kind of like kid shows because they don't really have like a specific storyline that you have to follow. You can click
Yeah,
on any episode and it'll just work out, you know?
yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of kids shows, what's your favorite kid show growing up?
Ooh.
Kid show.
Dude, this
You
one
see,
is
like,
so easy. This one is so. I mean, okay, coming from me, I didn't actually. We had cable kind of, but we didn't pay for any of the good shows like Boomerang, Cartoon Network. But easily,
yeah.
my favorite show was Wild Kratts on PBS Kids.
Oh,
I
that's
grew up.
crazy.
I grew up watching Tom and Jerry with my grandpa because my mom would take me to my grandparents as a kid. So I just grew up watching that with my grandpa.
Okay. I'm personally a Cartoon Network kind of person, so just like Steven Universe and Adventure Time, I grew up on those shows, and they hold a very special space in my heart.
I
I
feel like I
couldn't
got
get
some of
into
my
watching
humor.
Steven Universe. I couldn't like just like it. I really couldn't.
Gravity Falls, such a
Every
good
Gravity. Okay,
show.
yeah, you completely. Yeah, Gravity Falls.
Yeah, I like that one too.
No questions asked. Gravity Falls.
I feel like I got some of my humor though from Amazing World of Gumball and stuff like that. Because like I would just enjoy it. Like regular show and stuff like I feel like I got some of my humor as a kid growing up like that.
Oh my god,
Growing
I just
up,
love.
Like that. Yeah.
I watched anime. Just
Really?
I would
Okay, we
stay
get
up.
it,
I would
Alex.
stay up like so you know Cartoon Network. You know like at like past like 7. It's like
Adult
what's it
Swim.
called? Adult
Adult
Swim.
Swim.
Yeah,
It would be
it would
DBZ, One Punch Man,
DBZ,
Bleach.
Naruto, everything.
Yeah,
I
Naruto,
would just watch
Bleach.
that. Like I would like wait till like 7 just to watch anime. I watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. Even though like
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know anything
honest.
about
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
think the first actual like anime on Adult Swim I watched was One Punch Man. I only saw like one episode though, so that's it.
The
I
thing
grew up on
is,
like Sailor Moon, so I feel like I'm kind of elite here.
okay. I think
What?
I know. No, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I was gonna say I don't think I ever watched Adult Swim actually. My favorite shows are growing
I
up
wasn't
probably.
allowed to when I was a kid. Like if
I
if
wasn't
it
allowed
came
to
on,
either.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
once it came on, like my parents would just turn off the TV.
But
Like,
Yeah, like
for
why are you
for
watching that? You can't watch
yeah
that. It
yeah
was like
for me
Family Guy and
or,
American Guy would like I think it's called American Guy. I don't know.
no, I would like finish up a show and then it start showing the Adult Swim thing and then like my big siblings would be like, oh no, that's a Robot Chicken, and then they'd like either send me to my room or they'd like just start like watching news or something. Like they
yeah.
did not want me to
think
watch that stuff.
when I couldn't fall asleep, I would put it on and try to watch it, but I couldn't understand, so I just wouldn't like find any of
Adult
it funny.
Chicken was like it was so weird and like complicated because I didn't understand anything because Adult Chicken was
Yeah.
just like parodies of stuff, you
But
know.
to be honest, looking back at it now, it was so sexual. It was just like all it was just sex. Literally.
I've
It
actually
was the
never
whole
seen an
show.
episode of Robot Chicken.
The only episode of like Robot Chicken I've seen was just Mario and Luigi getting shot
Oh,
up.
dude.
Oh yeah, I
Either
forgot.
it's
the
either
only
violence,
episode of
it's
it.
either violence, or
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
sexual as hell.
like I was just like as a kid, like, hey, that's kind of funny.
Wait, did you guys ever find that show? What was it called? Like the one with like the the hormone monsters. Like, did you
Big
guys ever
Mouth?
find that funny?
Big Mouth?
Big
Yeah,
Mouth.
I never found
I
that
just
funny.
watched it. I never found it funny. man.
I watched like the first season. I'm like, yeah.
It's like the thing is, it's trying to appeal to
To like,
younger
yeah, kid,
audiences,
yeah,
but
to younger audience.
it's like really old men saying, "Oh, that would be a funny joke," right? And it just
Yeah.
doesn't. It's not at all
That's
funny.
why it's creepy. Like, there's something about
Yeah.
that show. Like, the humor's kind of fucked up.
It's like it's
Do I
kind of
need
like
to stop
Family Guy
swearing
humor.
on the podcast?
No, he
I mean,
can
that's
just
not
edit it
right.
out. That's alright. Yeah.
It's kind of like Family Guy
Sorry.
humor, but the thing is, it has a lot more kind of like hit and miss jokes. Like in the first season that I watched, I had like a lot more hit and miss jokes that weren't too funny, and then kind of like that mixed with the art style, it kind of makes like those awkward moments even more awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's better, Family Guy or The Simpsons? Okay, I will forever say that The Simpsons is
Yeah.
like
I would have to go down to the Simpsons.
way better.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
a
watch
better
The
show.
Simpsons, but when I was younger, I used to play The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh my
Tapped out.
god.
Tapped out. No?
The Simpsons.
My cousin got me into Hit and Run.
The Simpsons Hit and Run was so fun.
It's like GTA, but like child friendly, I guess.
Yeah. I think I still have a paper of the
Tapped
cheat
out.
codes. What?
Nothing.
Does anybody know what tapped out is? Like that game?
Tapped out. I can search it up right now.
No.
Maybe see if it looks
I
familiar.
don't. No, it doesn't sound familiar.
The Simpsons Tapped Out. It says it's a mobile game.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Wait.
I played it on my
It
tablet.
allows users to create and maintain their own version of Springfield. using familiar
Oh
characters.
yeah. I played that too. I played it. That's what my okay. So I played Hit
Sounds
and
like
Run,
Sims.
and then my cousin got me into the show, and then he told me that there was a mobile. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. But yeah, I played the mobile game.
My parents didn't have a phone like growing up, so I couldn't like use it for like YouTube or nothing like that.
I had a
Like,
phone. I didn't have like an actual smartphone as a kid because I wasn't allowed to. So I had like a flip phone when I was a
Dude,
child.
Oh my
When
god!
did you
that
guys
just
get your
brings back
first phone?
so
My
many-
first phone, like I've always wanted a phone in the 6th grade, but like my first phone I got the last day of 6th grade. It was an
Really?
iPhone 6. Yeah.
My first phone was a flip phone, and then I got an iPhone 4, and then I moved up to an 8 or 7, and then an 8 Plus, and then now I have an 11.
Yeah, I think what happened with me was I had an iPad 2, second generation iPad from probably maybe like starting from like age 7. I'd always share with my siblings, and then until like maybe 10 or 11, it became like pretty much all mine.
Let's be honest here, everyone either had a tablet or an Android. Let's be honest, everyone had an Android.
pretty much, yeah.
Here?
So,
Yeah. I
I
had
mean,
like
oh
a
yeah. My
Galaxy
first phone
tablet.
was like a really old Android that my dad gave me. It had service on it for like a month, and that's it. Dude, I was so cringy. Oh my god, I had an anime fucking wallpaper.
I had an anime phone case, and everyone made fun of me for it, and that was so sad. I
Yeah,
loved
anime
my
was
case.
like, and people thought of anime back then. It was like weeb stuff, and then now it's like, oh my god, this is my favorite anime. This is my favorite anime. It's like,
Okay,
whatever happened to that generation? That was like 2012, 13, right?
they all grew up. They don't have time to say that kind of stuff anymore.
No, I feel like people thought it was cringy because there would like be like videos of like people being like, "Oh my god, it's this anime character's birthday, happy birthday!" and it's like
Oh,
video.
no,
Yeah,
like,
speaking of that, I can just remember, like, I can imagine myself Naruto running.
I never.
my
did
god.
that.
Oh my
I never
god.
Naruto ran, and I'm proud of myself.
No, if you had
I
Naruto
never
run
did
as a
that.
kid,
Oh.
you were living life, bro. You were living life.
I
Oh,
probably
it's
did
not,
it.
like,
I watched like Sailor Moon. Like that was my first anime.
everyone back then wanted to like, what's it called? They watched anime that liked X and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think
Pokemon?
unironic.
Pokemon,
Like the
Pokemon.
original Pokemons.
Yeah.
Pokemon,
The Igno
Yu-Gi-Oh, Yokai Watch a bit.
I didn't
wouldn't-
watch Okay Watch now.
I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon.
Why not? What the hell?
Why?
I genuinely don't know. I just wasn't allowed to.
Okay, my neighbor believed that like
Animal cruelty.
Pokemon like had something to do with like the devils.
What?
How?
My neighbor
Hey.
thought it was animal cruelty.
Oh my god.
I don't see
Who
it as
are
animal.
your neighbors? Like what the bee?
Strange
Is that you
neighbors.
that?
No, don't.
Just say the bad word at this point, bro.
You
I've
feel
only
like
said it a couple times.
Not too much. As long as it's under 5, that's all right.
Nah, I think she said more than 5.
Sorry.
You guys ever played Club Penguin?
No.
Oh,
Dude,
no, I was more of a
Club
Webkins
Penguin.
kid.
Club Penguin was my fucking
Oh.
shit. I still
Never
play to
had
this day. I played Club Penguin
Webkins.
Rewritten.
Never played Animal Jam.
I had an
Club
Animal Jam account for like I played it for like a month, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna go back to Club
I used to
Penguin.
be a Roblox OG. I used to be a Roblox OG.
I couldn't find myself playing Roblox.
I was a Roblox and a Wizard 101 OG. I played
Wizard 101 is fun.
Yeah,
I played it a lot, yeah.
I remember seeing so many ads on it.
Same.
The
The
ads were so
only
dope,
game
though.
I ever played like that, I think, was Pop Tropica.
Yeah.
I
I
played.
totally was
That was
right.
my shit too. Oh my god,
Yeah.
Pop
Does that
Tropica.
mark a part of my memory that I forgot about?
So the other month, I went to go play Pop Tropica again. I had to make a new account because I couldn't remember my other one. But they like removed all the good islands.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad about that.
You have to have a membership now. You have to have a membership.
Yeah,
now.
there's a
I
membership.
don't think it's a membership. I remember seeing somewhere it was like
No, like
There-
as of now, yet you need a membership too. Like,
Oh yeah. As of now, yeah. But I think in the next couple of months, it's because since the Adobe Flash Player got removed entirely, they scrapped all the old all the really old
Yeah.
maps.
That's what I'm
Like
The
saying.
best-
early on. Yeah. They have to start working on the new maps now, like support whatever they're gonna use to run their Flash games now.
I think they did that. That's why. 'Cause they at one point in time they started making new maps, right? And you could tell that they were so different from the old maps.
I guess.
That's what they were doing. They were trying to transition, then at one point they got rid of the old maps, but then they brought them back, and you had to do membership. You had to have
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna judge you guys real quick. What was the best island?
Yeah,
For
I
me,
like the-
it was the Diary of the Wimpy Kid, the snow one
Yeah.
specifically.
Yep. That one gets no.
That was
No,
the best one.
My favorite one had to have been the Magic Tree House.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was that called? Was it called like Red Dragon or something? I don't remember.
Yeah,
the name of it.
Dude,
like
I still
Yeah.
I still remember how to do this island by heart. You know the superheroes one where you get to
Oh, I love that
like
one.
capture
too.
like 4 criminals.
That was so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I still remember how to do it, bro.
It's
Except
between
that
one
last
and-
fight where you had to like fly and capture that person, I always
Yeah.
fucking died during that.
I hated it so much.
Yeah, it
I
was
was
so hard.
never good at it growing up.
Did you guys' parents ever buy you like memberships to games? Or
No.
like
Uh-uh.
my parents, I would ask and they would be like, why would you ever waste your money on that? Like,
See, a perfect example of that is Club Penguin. See, I played Club Penguin all my life, but I never had a membership, so I always
Yeah.
missed out on all the like cool puffles. Like I only had my black and like red one.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't black. It was blue. Yeah, it was blue. And yeah, I was like always sad because I could not get anything. Like I think I had like genuinely, I think I had like 1,000,000 coins because I could not buy anything.
The last time I checked on Club Penguin, it was still up. Like the last thing that like really caught my eye with the membership only thing was like it was like a golden puffle event. You guys remember that? It's like in the puffle shop. There'd be like a giant can and be like,
Oh
you
yeah.
could go here, catch a golden puffle, and you would keep it.
Okay, so I remember speaking of that. So there was this event. You remember the Rainbow Puffle when that came out?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was like a special event. It's like if you download because they made Club Penguin for mobile, but like the original Club Penguin. And it's like if you download it like between this week, we'll give you a free Rainbow Puffle. And I went to my neighbor's house because I didn't have a phone. I genuinely asked him, "Can I use your phone?" And he said yes. And I downloaded Club Penguin and logged in, and I got a Rainbow Puffle. And I
Oh
was
my
not a
God.
member, dude. I felt like the shit. Cause like I finally had a different Puffle. Like I'll be honest, I kind of ditched my blue and red Puffle for the rainbow one. Dude, but like I was genuinely so happy because that was like my first other Puffle than other ones.
Yeah. Do you guys ever like go like all out on decorating your igloo and everything?
I couldn't.
Yeah,
For,
I
yeah.
know.
For me, all I had, I only remember like I'd always be doing all the other stuff in the game, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't decorate. So I'd always have like a almost bare bones igloo, and there'd be like 2 free like cabinets or like 2 free items that you can put in your house, and that'd be it.
No, the best times in Club Penguins for me at least, was when there was a new event because that meant I could get like a headgear and everyone else has like lifesavers and a new Puffle, but I got a headgear.
Yeah.
I would always I would go to that one spot. I don't remember where it was. It was like the card game. It like eventually spun off into its own like card game, like
ninjutsu.
IRL. Ninjutsu, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd always want the fire robe, like the black robe and everything. I'd always want the black belt. It looks so cool on like the other people.
Oh yeah,
I remember really.
It looks so cool.
I remember. So yeah, I used to like fire a lot. So once I got my black belt, I completed the fire one. Then I got my ice. Oh no, it was water. Then I remember when the ice one finally came out, I could not pass the ice one. See, I'll be honest, it was my teammates. It wasn't me. I swear, it wasn't me. I always chose like the ice one to fight with the fire and water, and I was healing everyone. It wasn't me. It was my teammates. They're just you never finished the ice one.
One minigame that I really like was the fishing one. You know, my sister was always really good at that game, and I was jealous of her because she would always be catching. You know, at the very end, there'd be like that giant, like big brown fish that'd be under the ice, and he'd always try getting it. I could never get it for the life of me.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
like the
I remember exactly how to get it. So you have to get like 50 regular golden fish, and then you have to like keep a golden fish for a long time until it bites it. I remember doing that first try, and I got the stamp. I felt so cool.
Oh my.
Or like going to sledding and like beating everyone.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the sledding event.
Just like going like past them and shit. Just like better
Club Penguin, I love Club Penguin. I still love it to this day. It's Club Penguin is amazing.
Yeah. Or
Always
moving
be
on from
fighting
that,
about
did you guys ever have like a favorite toy? Or like a toy that you
Uh,
always wanted that
okay.
you have like now or whatever?
It's not a toy, but I have a blanket that I've gotten since birth, and I still have it. It's on my bed right now.
oh god.
I have Fluffy.
I'll be honest, I'm emotionally attached to it. Like I don't think I can give it up. I sound like a baby, but like that's my blanket right there.
Yeah.
His name is Perito.
I didn't really have like a exact favorite toy when I was growing up, but I remember I used to love Power Rangers, dude. I had like maybe 2 or 3 Megazord sets like growing up. So
Yo,
good.
you're lucky.
Yo,
Okay,
you guys remember the
I
Green
love
Ranger?
Transformers.
Green
Oh,
Ranger,
yeah.
Transformers?
Gen 4.
I
Oh,
never
yeah,
watched
oh,
it.
yeah.
Love Transformers.
Yeah, my dream toy for like up
Ninjago.
until I was 8. Oh, Ninjago.
Ninjago. Remember when they tried to make like Blades?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Blade
Copying
Blades.
Blades.
No.
Yeah,
You know a
Ninjago
real one?
copying Blade
If
Blades.
you had Bakugo, I think that's what it's called.
Bakugan.
Bakugan? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Where you
balls.
was like a little balls, you roll and the
That sounds wrong.
transform into
Like
something.
concept vision.
Those
No,
are
I-
so cool.
Yeah. I wonder if you could still. They're probably so expensive now if you try to like buy like certain
Probably,
ones.
yeah.
But
I also had a lot of Pokemon cards, but I never
My
did anything
favorite,
with
my
it. I
favorite
just played it.
toy. My favorite toy was I used to like old Godzilla movies, so I had like a bunch of these like collectible Godzillas.
I hate to flex, but like I had all the fully articulated Transformers action figures that could
Oh.
transform into the trucks and
the
like
yeah,
cars.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I had
So-
like 2 of them.
Yeah,
I had one.
all of them. So get on my
Oh
level.
my, all of them.
But do you
Yeah.
have them now? Do you have them now?
I have one of them, but the arms are missing.
How?
Because it was in storage for too long, but it can still transform into its car. It's just missing a couple parts.
Bro,
Wait,
you can't transform
Javier,
into a car, but I've got arms, bro.
which two did you have?
So I had one that was kind of like blue and white. I think, and he turned into like a not a submarine. It was kind of like a boat. I don't remember the name of it. And I had like another one that was like oh shit. What was the name of the bad guys from like Transformers? The Decepticons. Yeah. I had one of the Decepticons. I don't remember what it turned into, but it was a really like
The
bad
baby
quality
killer.
toy. I'm pretty sure within like the first week of using it, I probably broke off part of it.
I only remember having Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, but since I was a child, my dad kept them like on a shelf
Yeah.
because he didn't want me to fuck them up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like when everyone saw the Bumblebee car when they were a kid, they're like, "Oh, yo, it's so dope!" But
I'm
now-
waiting for it to transform.
Yeah, and then like now you see it's like, oh, I guess like.
No, I see. I always think
car.
it's just like dudes that came out of the army. They just got like their free car and they're on their
Yeah,
way.
and like their legs are blown off and shit. But anyway,
Wow, that was a bit
I mean, they basically did that. They basically just fought for
Pretty
life
much.
with their legs blown off for a car. Like, who would do that? I
If you
wouldn't
want,
do
if
that.
you
I
want a
would not do
Camaro,
that for an NSX.
you want a Camaro, you go for it, man.
I'm not doing it for Camaro.
The
I
book
really
fair. The book
Oh,
fair
you
was
want-
crazy.
Dude, okay,
Oh my
yo,
god.
if you went to the book fair, you would only get spy shit. Be honest, or the big
Yeah.
fucking Guinness World Record
Oh my
shit.
god,
Oh,
yes.
those are so cool.
Okay,
That's
I'll
the
be honest.
only thing you
When
get.
I was a kid, so like my parents like when they get like the change like quarters and everything, they put it in like a jar or something. And when I was younger, I would steal the fucking quarters. I would get so much. I'm I want to buy this book right here, the spy one, with the invisible ink pen, and I would just pour out quarters. and like, oh, I have extra quarters. Let me get that eraser that smells like bananas.
You guys remember when the book fair used to sell video games?
What?
What?
They sold video games, yeah.
My book fair didn't have that.
I'm afraid they didn't do that either.
They did a Lego game and then they did Croc 2.
What?
I'm probably older than.
On my
You
book
can look them
fair,
up right now. They have the old Lego game and then Croc 2.
and then I remember
Okay,
on my
it-
book fair was do you want to go?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, my parents would always, okay, when I was little, I used to be obsessed with reading. I could go through like 2 books a day. So they would always buy me a ton of books. But, so I would always be that kid that would walk out with like a huge bag. And I just felt like an asshole, but I loved it.
Nah, I would
Yeah.
walk out from the book fair with Darwin and Big Nate.
No, I would walk out that store with like some spy glasses on and shit.
And, I would also
spy
walk
glasses
out
on.
with like that pencil that like just wiggles
The
around.
bendy pencil,
I
like
love
it has a scent
Oh
to it
my
too.
god,
yeah.
I hated
That's so
those.
funny.
Dude,
Yeah,
I could not write with those, but it was so cool. And it was
But
like
they
50
also
cents.
smell good. Did you get like the
Mm.
scented ones?
The scented erasers, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
50 cents for like a strawberry eraser that like did not work at all.
They did
Crazy.
smell so good though.
Yeah, dude, they
Okay.
smelled amazing.
I
My
hate to be
my
a book.
brother still has like I'm pretty sure my brother still has a scented pencil. It's I think it's grape, and it's like
Oh
I'll
man, I love
every
that one.
once in a while I'll open it and it still smells so strong.
God knows what they put in there. But
Oh my
I
Oh
remember.
god, dude. Like what
Yeah,
they put in that shit.
all my scented erasers, I would buy so many of them, but I
Dude.
would have like a little pencil like box, right? So
They
I
were
time I
like
take it
50
out, I'm done with
cents.
it.
Such a great
yeah.
deal.
Yeah, it was a good deal, right? I'd buy a bunch of them, put them in like a pencil box, and by the time I took them out, they wouldn't smell like the fruit I was going after anymore. That's because I always had like a bunch of lead and pencils just like moving around in the box so much it like just scribble all over the erasers without me knowing. So it
I
smelled
remember-
more like lead than like grape.
In the fourth grade, I would pull up with like those cheap like mechanical pencils, and I felt like the shit. Oh, everyone just using regular pencils, and I just had a $1 mechanical pencil. They came in like pack of 20. They're crazy. And then I'd be like, hey, can I get some lead? And they're like, I don't got any. I'm like,
And
okay.
they'll be like, "Oh, I got the wrong size."
0.5
Yeah.
0.7. Which one? There's only one right answer here.
Yo, what
It's
size you got?
0.7.
Real lead, bro.
It's 0.7, man. Oh, that was a good
No.
one.
1.5 is elite.
No, I
I
always
don't
like
think
it.
any size is elite for mechanical pencil. I don't care. I don't even write anymore.
I only use
Who's
pens.
gonna write, dude?
I love using pens. Like I don't even know. I have like one blue pen next to me that I've been using for like 7 months now. And I don't know how it's still going.
Y'all still
Yeah.
right?
I
I
haven't,
don't know why.
I haven't write anything down in so long, dude.
Yeah. The last thing I was like writing down was like for my math class.
Well,
The
I'm
last
gonna
thing I
like
signed
still
was
feeling.
feel like
for.
sports.
Sorry for cutting you off, Anna.
Alright, were you gonna say something? You got cut off like 4 times there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
This is where we end it.
Yeah,
Thanks for listening to the
first ever
podcast.
podcast. Yeah.
This
Thanks
is
for
crazy.
watching.
Watching, they're
This is
hearing.
crazy.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Let's
Thank you for listening.
All right,
Yeah.
just end it
All right.
there.